Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've got your Tusculum Pioneers versus Lenoir-Rhyne Bears tonight. The Bears are 4-6 in the South Conference, and the Pioneers are 7-4 thus far. We thank you for joining us tonight. We wish you could be here in person, but we're thankful that you tune in online nonetheless. Tonight's game theme is Dig Pink. As you see the Pioneers wearing the pink uniforms today. There's also a can drive. If you bring in 4 canned items or non-perishable food items, you get 1 free ticket. So I'm not exactly sure how many we've racked up thus far today, but there seems to be a decent amount of fans in the audience today. Now serving for the Bears, number 9, Jessica Funk. Outside set to Cassie Bourne's in bounds. That'll be a point for the Pioneers to get this first set kicking. Now serving, number 4, Shannon Murphy. Right side set. Passed up by Mazer. Murphy to Wise. Off the block. Number 10, Ashley Markland, lays out but can't get there quite in time. Second point of the set goes to Pioneers to make the score 2-0. So Shannon Murphy will serve again. A senior from Tinley Park, Illinois. Mays with the dig. Murphy to Lewis. Into the block and back over the net. Weiss into the block once again. Schluger. Roll shot by Bourne. Right side set. And an attack by number 11, Maggie Bogart. Very strong attack, actually. Goes off the hands of the Pioneers and out of bounds, but nonetheless, the Bears get the point. Serving number 14, Brooke Redmond. Serve reception by Mazer. Line judge calls that inbounds for a Pioneer point. And that'll bring the score to 3-1. Now serving Cassie Bourne, a junior from Horseshoe, North Carolina. Strong serve. Passed up by number 10, Ashley Markland. And Bourne poking out her arm there, trying to get that dig, but ends up shanking it into the back of the court. And serving again, number 10, Ashley Markland. Passed up by Schluger. Murphy to Schluger once again, through the block. Markland digs it. Miscommunication there between a couple of the Bears there. Number 14 and 9 was Redmond and Funk. Couldn't necessarily figure out who was going for that ball. Oftentimes in situations like that, you just wish someone will take control, but it's tough. Bourne to Murphy. A tandem set to Wise. She'll hit that almost directly on the line. If it wasn't directly on the line, I'd say it was about a couple inches in. It's hard to tell. Served by Mazer, just grazing over the net. Roll shot given to the Pioneers. Passed up by Weiss. Murphy to Bourne. Markland, outside set here. Welch will get that block. Right side set. Murphy quick set to middle. Welch hit it over. Inside set for the Bears. Murphy to Mazer. Back row attack by Bourne into the net, and that'll be a point for the Bears. That'll bring the score 3-5. We have 2 substitutions here for the Bears. Number 7, Bailey Cloninger, and number 20, Madison Asher, both coming in the game for the Bears. Short serve there for the Bears. Murphy sets to Schluger off the hands of the blocker, and that'll be a point for the Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize. We only have one camera in the game tonight. So it's going to be a little tough to see, but I will be as descriptive as I can. Number 15, Kaylee Dempster coming in the game to serve. Right side attack. Mazer with the pass to Murphy, outside to Schluger. In between the block. Outside attack, blocked up by Murphy, but Welch hits it back up. Tipped by Schluger. It'll be a point for Lenoir-Rhyne. It seems as though one of the Pioneers went under the net. But it is unclear at this moment, from at least where I'm from. Now serving for the Bears, number 4, Taylor Prawl. He's a freshman from Tip City, Ohio. The tall, spinning jump serve. Born with the quick dump with the forearm pass. Right side set. Pioneers couldn't quite put that ball back over the net. Sometimes when it gets so close to the net like that, it's tough because, as you can see on the opposing side, the blocker's going up as well. So we'll probably get another opportunity to serve once again. The score 5-6. Another spinning jump serve. Reception by Mazer, outside to Schluger. Dug by Prawl. Bourne doing a great job of getting to that ball. And then Welch coming behind the center and absolutely laying down that kill for a point for the Pioneers, which will take the score 7-5. Now serving number 12, Sabrina Schluger. She's a senior from Louisville, Kentucky. Great float serve there. Inside set. Blocked by Murphy and Welch. As you see, Shannon Murphy attempted the dump there, but didn't quite get over the net. So Alexis Ivy will get the serve now for the Bears. She'll serve to Dempster. Murphy to Bourne, off the hands of the block, and that'll be a point for Pioneers. Bears really need to do a better job of closing off the block and reaching over the net and spreading out all those fingers. Keeping everything in front and not allowing anything to ricochet off to the sides. Murphy with the attack. Line judge calls that out of bounds. And Shannon Murphy is a front row setter at the moment, so she can jump up and attack the ball. And she is a left-handed attacker, so that does help. Now coming to the game, number 9, Jessica Funk. Was in the game previously, but stepped out periodically. Mazer, serve reception to Murphy, and then a bar tip by Lewis, just out of bounds by about a couple inches, maybe about a foot. So Funk will get another serve. Score's now tied at 8. Short serve, Dempster sees it, runs in, passes it up. Bourne off the hands of the block, Pioneers get it back. Mazer to Bourne once again. Off the block. Murphy middle to Lewis. Once again getting blocked, but putting him right back over the net. Good dig by Schluger. Right over the net. So the Pioneers go up with the attacker. And Lewis and Bourne will both get that block. Dempster coming out now, and Weiss joining the game again. Shannon Murphy will serve now. The Pioneers just took the lead 9-8. Paul with the serve reception. Middle attack dug by Mazer. Right side set. It's off the hands of Schluger. A little bit of frustration shown there by Mariah Lewis. She hits the ball into the net. And serving number 14, Brooke Redmond. Mazer to Murphy, outside to Bourne. Off the hands of the Bear block, but out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is alumni weekend. And there's also homecoming weekend. football game tomorrow. Kickoff at 2:30. And the tailgate starts at 12:30. So if you're in the area, we welcome you to come out. Gonna be a point for Lenoir-Rhyne there, as Prawl gets the attack. Serving number 10, Ashley Markland. A senior from Conover, North Carolina. Murphy to Lewis, off the hands of the Bear block. Outside to Prawl. A heavy amount of topspin, and Bourne is unable to pass that up. With the ball spinning that much, it's hard to place it where you want it to. Markland with the serve again, as Lenoir-Rhyne just took the lead, 11-10. One-handed set by Murphy to Schluger, right side. Bourne past Murphy, right side to Weiss. Number 14, Brooke Redmond, got the dig there on that attack, but it went outside of the antenna, which instantly kills the play and gives the point to the Pioneers. Mays with the serve. Setter doing a good job of disguising that dump, making it appear as though she was just setting. And at the last second, she just turns her shoulders and places the ball over the net. Decent amount of fans here at the game tonight. Right side attack by Weiss. An absolutely devastating attack by Lenoir-Rhyne there, as Melissa Mazer had absolutely not much of a chance of passing that up. Number 20, Madison Asher, did a good job of hitting that ball straight down. Served by number 7, Bailey Cloniger. Schluger roll shot. Outside attack by Prawl. Murphy to Welch through the block of the Bears. And Welch will take control over that point and the rally and take the point for the Pioneers. Scores now 12-13. And Dempster will come back into the game. Middle attack. Dempster diving, passing the ball up. Schluger with the attack, just to the left of the blocker. And inbounds for the Point Pioneers. Schluger almost threading the needle there in between the block and the antenna. Wasn't much room for error, but comes up on top for the Point Pioneers. And that serve will be out of bounds. Just shy of about a 1.5 feet, I'd say. Number 4, Taylor Prawl serving for the Bears. Tall spin jump serve there. Passed up by Bourne. Murphy to Welch. Off the Bear block. Number 14 and 5. Brooke Redmond and Alexis Ivy doing a good job there, keeping the ball on that side of the court. Prawl now at the serve once again. Scores 15-13 for the Bears. And that ball will just dip a little bit too early, and then it'll go right in the net for a Pioneer point. Pioneers will continue to close the gap, bringing the score 14-15 now. Schluger now at the serve. Short float serve. Right side attack. And the Bears will get called on the lift there. Excuse me, that's not a lift, that was a double touch. Sometimes when you're going very fast in one direction, it's a good idea just to keep that momentum going instead of setting the ball behind you. Very tough to do. And that attack will go right in the net. As Alexis Ivy was a little late getting to that and almost hit the ball behind her, forced to overcompensate with the wrist. Doesn't usually end up well. Now Sabrina Schluger serving for the Pioneers once again. Score 16-15. Outside set. Blocked by the Pioneers, but it stays on the Pioneer side of the court. Alexis Ivy will get the serve now. Sophomore from Gardner, North Carolina. Murphy to Welsh, tips. Ivy passed. The whistle blown. One of the Bears went under the net there. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. It is now 17-16. So Larissa Welsh will now serve. Larissa Welsh, a senior from Newcastle, Indiana. Been quite successful so far this season. Getting a high number of playing time so far. Maybe a point for Lenoir-Rhyne. Not exactly sure what happened there, but I believe the call was on Mariah Lewis. Jessica Funk will get the serve for the Bears. Short serve, passed up by Mazer. Murphy to Lewis, tipped. Marklin lays out. It's right side attack there. Prawl tries to lays out and get the pancake. The can't get there quite in time. Ball hits the ground for a Pioneer point. Dempster is now out and Weiss is in. Murphy, strong float serve. Outside set, hard attack by the Bears. Number 11, Maggie Bogart, just comes across from the outside corner. Server number 14, Brooke Redmond. Murphy to Bourne, blocked, and the ball will go right back over to that side of the court for a point for the Bears. Murphy to Lewis, blocked once again. Murphy dump, blocked. Maybe a timeout for the Pioneers. We'll join with you in just a moment.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Lenoir-Rhyne Bears already on the court, waiting for the Pioneers. Serving for the Bears, number 14, Brooke Redmond. Murphy to Lewis, off the block of the Bears, but back over. Right side attack by number 11, Maggie Bogart. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. Helping the score 19-20 as Cassie Bourne goes to serve now. Passed up by Redmond. Strong attack by Jacqueline Denny. And she'll come into the game as number 5, Alexis Ivy, joins the team in the court. Ashley Markland serving for Lenoir-Rhyne. Score 21-19. Murphy outside to Schluger. Off the block and out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. And serving, Melissa Mazer. Passed up by Markland. Right side set, out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. Scores now 21-21. Of course, this set is only up to 25, so it's now crunch time. Melissa Mazer with another serve. Middle attack by Prahl. And Welch will go up and put the ball right back over the court. That'll be another point for the Pioneers. Scores now 22-21. And we'll get a timeout called by the Bears. We'll be right back with you after this break.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after that short timeout break. Scores 22-21 for the Pioneers. Melissa Mazer serving now. Kaylee Wise going up with that ball and putting the ball right back over the net for the point Pioneers. Scores now 23-21. Pioneers only needing 2 more to clinch the first set. Passed up by Prahl. Right on the net. Both teams going up. A battle over the net. Kaylee Wise for the attack. Blocked by the Bears. Not much Welch could do there as it came down so forcefully. Now coming in, number 7, Bailey Cloninger. A junior from Hickory, North Carolina. She'll get to serve here for the Bears. Scores 22-23. Murphy outside to Schluger. Through the hands of number 20, Madison Asher. The block was there on time and everything. The ball just literally went right through her arms. No serving. Kaylee Dempster scores 24-22. Passed up by Prahl. Outside set to Prahl. Blocked by the Pioneers. The Pioneers will take that first set with an absolutely devastating block for the Bears. In this best-of-5 game, the Pioneers clinch the first set and will take that first victory. Teams will now switch sides of the court, and we'll join back with you in a couple of minutes. Thank you.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry. Let me
Remember,
get this for
you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after that short break in between sets. If you're just joining now, Pioneers are up one set. Have only completed one set. And we are just about to be underway on the second set. If you're watching this game and you're wondering why the Pioneers are wearing the pink uniforms, it's because it's the Dig Pink theme tonight. We're doing a canned food drive, so if you bring in 4 cans or non-perishable food items, you get a free ticket to the game. It's also homecoming and alumni weekend, so that is why there's actually an immense amount of fans tonight in the Pioneer Arena. Thank you for joining with us online today. Wish you could be here in person. We're appreciative nonetheless that you tuned in online. Well, Murphy will get the first serve of the game. An excellent dig there by Slugrass. She dives and puts the ball over there with one hand. Good block there by Bourne and Lewis, and they'll take the first point of the second set. The Pioneers are up 1-0. And Murphy will now serve again. You'll have to excuse me. I am battling a cold at the moment, so if I sound a little different than I usually do, that's probably why. Outside set to Bourne. Through the block. Excellent job by Lewis. Going up with the block. Actually coming pretty close to hitting the net there on that block. But isn't called, so it must have not been that close. Perhaps just my angle as I am up in the bird's nest on the Pioneer side of the court right now. Great job by the Pioneers just to get the job done and put the ball back over the net. Strong dig by Mazer. Right to Murphy. Right side attack by Weiss. Line judge calls that inbounds. That'd be a point for Pioneers. But an excellent turn of events there for the Pioneers. They just grind through that and take control and get the point as they're up 3-0 now. Another serve by Murphy. Markland with the set. Outside. Off the hands of the Pioneer block. And back onto the Pioneer side of the court. So that'll be a first Bear point of the second set here. The score's now 1-3. Mazer, the dig. Excuse me, with the serve reception. Middle attack by Prahl. Blocked by Lewis. But Lewis also touches the net. And that's why the point's awarded to the Bears. You knew instantly, as soon as Lewis blocked that ball, she turned around to her teammate and patted her chest as if to say, my bad. Another point for the Pioneers now as number 7, Cassie Bourne, goes to serve. It's now 4-2. Markland coming across her teammate with that serve reception. Mazer, excellent dig. Outside to Schluger now. Off the antenna, according to the line judge. That'll be a point for the Bears. Scores now 3-4. As Ashley Markland goes to serve now. A defensive specialist, a senior from Conover, North Carolina. And Kaylee Weiss hits that ball right into the block. And none of the Pioneers' offensive defense behind Kaylee were there to pass up the block. You know, whenever you have an attacker going up to hit the ball, you always want the rest of your team coming in behind in case it does get blocked. I used to play volleyball back in high school, and I remember our coach used to tell us, if you want to watch the game, buy a ticket. There's always something you can be doing. Number 14, Melissa Mazer will now serve. Scores 5-4. And that ball was just floating a crazy amount, actually. Probably a couple feet across the court, side to side. Tip by Prahl. Off the hands of Murphy and then Bourne. And they can't get that ball back over the net. It'll be a point for the Bears. It was now tied at 5. As Cloninger goes to serve now. Serve reception by Schluger. Murphy to Schluger again. Just to the right of the block that time. Back row roll shot. Passed up by Weiss. On the net. Welch doing what she can. Hitting into the net again. And then Mazer coming out of nowhere. Trying to put the ball back over the net. But can't do it, unfortunately. Good point for the Bears. Goes now 6-5. So reception by Bourne. Weiss. Pioneers get a free ball here. Murphy. Middle set to Weiss as Weiss comes in front. The Pioneers will get that point. We got a substitution here now. Kaylee Dempster coming in for Kylie Weiss. Another point for the Pioneers as the Bears couldn't quite get the ball back over the net. Bodies laying out everywhere, but just couldn't get it done. Dempster with the serve once again. Right side attack. Rolls off the net. Mazer passes it up. It just goes right over the net, and the Bears do a good job of placing that ball where no one is. Good court awareness there for Lenoir-Rhyne. Number 4, Prahl with the tall spin jump serve. And Schluger will attack that ball off the hands of the Lenoir-Rhyne block. That'll be another point for the Pioneers. as Sabrina Schluger gets ready to serve now. Score is 8-7. Short serve, passed up by Markland. Right side attack. Off the antenna, according to the line judge. As Madison Asher seemed as though, not exactly sure if she was late getting to the ball or if she was early, but seemed as though her timing was off with the setter. A side set there to Prahl. Strong dig by Dempster. Murphy dumps the ball. Asher tipped out of bounds, according to the line judge. Exactly what you want to see in a line judge right there. Recognize that it's a tip. Coming forward so you can see that ball even clear. We get a timeout now for the Bears. Score's now 10-7 for the Pioneers. We'll be right back with you after this break. Thank you.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry. Let me
Remember,
get this for
you can't get
Now serving for the Pioneers, number 12, Sabrina Schluger. Outside attack. And that set was a little low. So Redmond was forced to actually forearm past that, as there was literally no chance of attacking that ball. The Pioneers get that point, and they'll take the score 11-7. Schluger will serve once again. Prahl serve reception. Outside. Attack by Redmond. Murphy to Bourne. Roll shot over the net. Outside to Redmond once again. Off the hands of the block. Dempster doing her best to lay out and get there, but couldn't quite reach it. A little confusion here going on the court, as there was a whistle blown, but it seemed as though there was some miscommunication between the two net judges. And they will convene here at the podium and discuss what's happening. Main referee now calling the line judges. Shannon Murphy, the court captain, walking over, see if she can hear the conversation, see what confusion is about. It'll be a point for the Pioneers. Not exactly sure what happened there. Usually when there's a miscommunication such as that, it's just ruled as a reserve. But Pioneers come out on top. Score's now 12-7. Schluger, short serve, passed up by Markland. Outside to Redmond, tipped. Doesn't go over the net. But it goes off the hands of the block, so it doesn't count as a fourth hit when they touch the give. Murphy goes up. Does a good job with the one-handed block and the tip again. And the Pioneers will get that point. We're now 13-7. Passed up by Redmond. Middle attack, quick set. Pioneers are caught off guard there. That'll be a point for LR. Now serving for LR, number 1, Emily Steele. Well shot by Prahl. Murphy outside to Bourne. Off the arms of Steele. Steele can't pass that ball up for the Bears. And that'll be shanked off her arms and be a point for the Pioneers. Now serving number 1, Larissa Welch. Probably a middle shoot set. The difference between a quick set and a shoot set is a quick set is almost right on top of the setter. The shoot set is a couple feet. This is a great way to throw off the blockers. Attack by Bourne. One-handed pass by Prahl, and Markland couldn't get there in time. And honestly, if she had, I think she would have had some conflict there with the chairs. I don't think that would have felt good either. And I would say 9 out of 10 times those chairs will win. Served by Murphy, passed up by Markland. Middle attack, Lewis and Bourne both get the block, but it does come over the net. Lewis trying to keep the ball alive. But unfortunately, unable to. Now Schluger with serve reception. Murphy to Bourne, actually. Shoot set, as we saw earlier. Murphy with the dig. Mazer set to Bourne. Bourne was almost more of a back row attack, even though she is front row. She's back row now as she's just about to serve. We get a timeout now for the Bears. Score is 16-10. Cassie Bourne is a strong serve, so perhaps they need to reconvene and discuss their strategy.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
After that short timeout break, Cassie Bourne serves to score 16-10 for the Pioneers. Outside attack by Prahl. Mazer, right side to Kaylee Weiss. Off the hands of the block. And the Bears try to keep that ball going, but can't. It'll be a point for the Pioneers. So Cassie Bourne get another opportunity to serve here. See if she'll serve to Markland. Nope, she'll serve to Prahl. Right side attack. Face pass by Mazer. And there will be a whistle on the play. Mazer will be called with a double touch, which often happens in a hard attack like that when you go to face pass it. A lot of referees will call that as a double touch unless it is absolutely clean. Markland with the serve, pass by Mazer. Right side to Lewis. Through the block. Markland digs it out. Free ball given to the Pirates. Now Mazer to Murphy. Outside to Schluger. Off the block and back over on the side of the court. And LR will earn that point. Schluger with the attack. Cross court. Now Prahl. Blocked by Weiss and Lewis. Lewis again with another block. Now serving for the Bears, number 7, Bailey Kloninger. Passed up by Bourne. Schluger now to Murphy. Left-handed roll shot over the net. Right side attack. Mazer jumping for the face pass. Weiss reaching up tall. Getting that ball over Markland to Prahl. Good dig by Mazer. Murphy to Schluger outside. Off the antenna. And that'll be a point for the Bears. Bourne will get that serve reception. Schluger. Excellent amount of topspin on the hit. Allows the ball to go down. And that LR attack will go off the arms of the Pioneers and will stay on the Pioneer side of the court. We'll get a timeout break now by the Pioneers. And we'll be right back with you after this break.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke earlier about how it's Alumni Week. Just noticing now, there's a lot of volleyball alumni actually. You got Danae Stouffer. You got Rachel Garnett, although now her name is Rachel Winnen, as she just recently married Travis Winnen, along with others. Shoot set by Murphy, and Murphy will now dump off the hands of the block again. Mazer. Weiss rolls over the block. Middle attack. Passed up by Weiss. Battle of the net. Murphy back row to Bourne. Just out of bounds, but the line judge calls it off the hands of the block. And that'll be a point for the Pioneers. Some discontent being shown from the Lenoir-Rhyne bench. Murphy right side to Welch, and Welch will take that ball and go to town with it. He'll get the Pioneer point. Scores now 20-16 as number 15, Kaylee Dempster, gets the serve for the Pioneers. And that ball will hit the right side of her hand, it seems as though. And that ball will go to the right and into the net. Scores now 17-20. And number 4, Taylor Prawl will serve for Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Jump serve to Mazer. Murphy outside to Schluger. Off the block. And either Cassie Bowen is too far back or Melissa Mazer is too far forward. Either way, there was an open gap there on the court. And the Bears put the ball right there to take the point. We're now 18-20. Serve to Mazer once again. Murphy right side to Welch. Over the block. It hits it too hard, and that ball will go out of bounds. Pioneers really need to step up their game as we are entering crunch time within the last 5 points of the set. As the Bears have been doing a good job of narrowing the gap in between the scores and been fighting back. Score now 19-20. Dempster to Murphy. Outside to Schluger. An absolute kill for Schluger. And she will put that ball straight down. Take that point. Absolutely take control of the game. And she will take that momentum into her service. Short serve. Passed up by Steele. Now Redmond. And the Pioneers can't come up with the ball. And it will stay on their side of the court for a Bear point. Scores now 20-21 in this second set. Mazer, Dempster, and Schluger here in the backcourt for the Pioneers. Passed up by Schluger. Murphy outside to Bourne, just to the left of the block, and that ball will go right down for a Pioneers point. High amount of energy here today in Pioneer Arena. I'm not sure if you can hear it coming through the television, but it's quite loud. Inside attack, blocked by Cassie Bourne, and that ball will stay on the Bears side of the court. It'll be another point for the Pioneers as the score is now 23-20. A substitution here for the Bears. So we have number 26 coming in for 10, or excuse me, coming in for 20. Layla Horton coming in for the first time. Haven't seen her in this game thus far. But I did watch her warm-ups, and she does have a killer of an arm, so the Pioneers do need to be aware of that as she is in the front row. Middle attack. Lands right in front of the Pioneers. Jacqueline Denny saw the open space behind the blocker and just tipped it right over. Out of reach of Lewis. Jessica Funk now serving for the Bears. Score 21-23. Passed up by Dempster. Murphy outside to Bourne. Off the hands of the Bear block. Outside set to Redmond. Tipped. Passed up by Bourne, off the antenna. Shannon Murphy recognized that, saw it was going to go off of the antenna. Jumped up. She is standing tall at 6 foot, but couldn't quite get there in time. That ball will go off the antenna. Going to be a point for the Bears once again. Scores 22-23. As Funk serves again. Murphy shoots set to Lewis. Tipped. Mazer, excellent positioning to get the dig. Bourne with an extraneous roll shot. Probably the hardest hit I've seen of her thus far. Seemed as though she dug back a little deep for that one. We are on game point here. Scores 24-22 as we have number 4, Shannon Murphy, serving. Outside attack. Passed up by Mazer. Murphy now aside to Bourne. Off the block. And it will stay on that side of the court, so the Pioneers will come up 2-0 so far in this best-of-5 game. After that second set, scores 25-22. The Pioneers will get the second victory of the game. And we will be right back for the third set.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you back to Pioneer Arena. If you're just joining with us now, the Pioneers are up 2 sets, and the Bears are down. We're just about to have the third game underway. Excuse me, the third set underway in this best-of-5 game. The Lenoir-Rhyne Bears added number 1 Emily Steele and number 26 Layla Horton to the last set, while the Pioneers have stayed consistent with the same lineup with both games. Outside to Bourne, and we'll get this third set underway with a strong attack and kill by Bourne. Serving, number 4, Shannon Murphy. And we'll have Redmond, Prawl, and Markland in the back row for the Bears. Outside attack by Redmond. Murphy to Weiss. Will be tipped. Murphy, now Mazer sets to Bourne. Cross-court attack. Markland digs right side. Blocked by the Pioneers, but the ball goes out of bounds. And that'll be a point for the Bears. Maggie Bogart with the strong attack there, doing a good job of seeing no open space for the attack there. Decides to swipe it into the block to receive that point. All right, Lewis with the attack. Redmond, I think, realized the ball was going out of bounds, but it's too late at the moment. She tries to play the ball, and it'll roll off her hands for a Pioneer point. And serving number 7, Cassie Bourne. Score is 2-1 for the Pioneers. Passed up by Redmond. Right side attack by Bogart. Paul now to Markland. Mazer back row to Bourne. Dug up by Redmond, but not much the Bears could do there, as Jessica Funk had minimal reaction time available. To be honest, there wasn't much she could do. Cassie Bourne will serve once again. Score 3-1. Face pass by Paul. Outside set. Bourne jumping up with the face pass. Outside to Sluger. Just to the left of the block. Bogart tips. Line judge calls that inbounds. The ball lands right in front of Melissa Mazer as she was getting ready for the attack, and don't think she predicted the tip coming at all. Number 10, Markland gets ready to serve. A senior from Conover, North Carolina. It's that dump. I think Murphy wanted to dump there, but she realized she was still back row. Actually, excuse me, no, she is front row, so she can dump, and she does have that at her disposal whenever she pleases. Tough there because Schluger had to put the ball back over the net, but in between the antennas, so there wasn't much she could do, but she did her best. It looked a little awkward, but that's all she could do. Served now by Markland. Face pass Mazer. Murphy to Schluger. Goes off the antenna according to the line judge, and that'll be a point for the Bears. Excuse me, no, that was a point for the Pioneers. No serving, Melissa Mazer. The line judge must have called that off the antenna after the block. So reception by Prawl. Outside now to Bogart. Murphy in the perfect positioning. Wise, roll shot. Outside by Prawl, and that's out of bounds. The Pioneers will receive another point, bringing the score 5-4. Melissa Mazer now at the serve. Passed up by Redmond. Outside Prawl. Right side Wise. Blocked by Steele and Prawl. But that ball goes out of bounds. And the Pioneers will get that point. We'll get a timeout now for the Bears. We'll join back with you in just a minute.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself. Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Getting ready for service now, Melissa Mazer, the Pioneers. Score 6-4. High serve to Redmond. Set outside to Prawl. Deep tip. Murphy to Welch. Through the block. It'll attack tipped in the back left corner, but no one's there to pass. And that'll be a point for the Bears. Well deserved. Now serving for the Bears, number 7, Bailey Cloninger. A junior from Hickory, North Carolina. Murphy outside to Schluger. Back over to the Pioneer side. And Murphy dumps that volleyball to get a point for the Pioneers in the back left corner. Good court awareness shown there by Murphy. She saw no one there, decided it was a good idea to put the ball there. Now serving, number 15, Kaylee Dempster to Redmond. And Steele will get that attack. She'll earn that kill. Steele is a senior from Greenville, North Carolina. A graduate from Gardner-Webb University. Transfer, excuse me. And Prawl with the spin serve. To Bourne, now Murphy to Schluger, just to the right of the block. Markland doing a good job of digging that ball up. Puts it all right back over the net. Redmond with the tip. Murphy setting the ball literally on her knees. Great show of athleticism there to earn the point for the Pioneers. No serving. Schluger from Louisville, Kentucky, all the way to Greenville, Tennessee. That's that strong attack I was talking about earlier by Layla Horton. Dempster putting her one fist up in the air to pass that ball. Doing just what she needs to do, keep the ball alive, and she does it. Dempster with this pass, outside to Bourne now, off the block. Horton and Steele both going up, and they both get the block. Both doing an excellent job communicating, going up at the same time and closing off that block and pressing through the net. So Steele will now serve. Dempster. Murphy will dump the ball. But Cloninger will see that, and she'll dive, pass the ball up. Murphy now to Welch. Whistle blown. The Bears are on the net, and that'll be a point for the Pioneers. We're now 9-7 in this third set. And serving number 1, Larissa Welch. She'll serve to Prawl. Murphy outside to Bourne. An absolute kill as Markland lays out but shanks it towards her team on the sidelines. Larissa Welch. Hard float serve. Just barely nicks the net. Rolls over and lands right in front of the Bears. They'll earn that point. See if she can do that again. Oftentimes that isn't done on purpose. It just kind of happens. And you're often lucky because just about a half an inch away from losing that point. Miscommunication there between Prawl and Redmond. As I think Redmond, in fact, was the one who touched that ball as it ended up going towards the right. Another point for the Pioneers, and they'll take the lead even higher, 12-7 now. Outside to Bourne, just to the left of the block. There was a huge opening, but that was out of bounds. If Bourne could have gotten a little bit more on top of that volleyball, probably would have come out on top of the point there for the Pioneers. So Horton comes off to the court, as well as Cloninger. And serving Jessica Funk. Face pass by Mazer. Right side attack by Lewis. Mazer falls down on the other side of the court. Not sure what happened there. So evidently the court was slippery as they are wiping it down with a towel where Mazer had fell. Sometimes sweat can fall off and make the court somewhat slippery. Sluger serve reception to Murphy. Outside to Bourne, off the block. The 23, Jacqueline Denny, can't close the block there with her right side blocker, number 11, Maggie Bogart. And the Pioneers will get that point. The serving at score 13-9 is Shannon Murphy. Paul. Free ball now given to the Pioneers. Murphy to Lewis, blocked, whistle blown. That'll be a point for the Pioneers. Shoot set there to Denny. Outside. Cross court, line judge calls out of bounds. Another point for the Pioneers. Timeout now. Awarded to Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. And we'll be right back with you after this short timeout break.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry. Let me
Remember,
get this for
you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
So Murphy now with the serve for the Pioneers, scored 15-9. Almost lands right in front of Markland, but she reaches out, stretches. And Weiss now with the heavy tip into the back right corner of the court. Finds an open space, and she'll take that point for the Pioneers. Score is now 16-9. Redmond, Markland, and Prawl both in the back court. Unfortunately, that serve by Murphy goes out of bounds regardless. But a foot to the left. And if you're watching on this camera, it'll be a foot on your side. Schluger serve reception. Murphy back row to Schluger. Pass by Redmond. Right side attack. Maggie Bogart just takes control of that and puts an immense amount of topspin. Schluger couldn't really do much as it was in between the forearm pass and face pass. It's kind of awkward. It was one of those in-betweeners. Right side now to Lewis. Markland to Prawl. Jumped and blocked by Lewis. Whistle blown. It's a Pioneer point. It's a double touch for the Bears. The score is now 17-11. The Bears are going to really have to step up their game to close this gap, as this third set is once again up to 25 points. The Pioneers only have 8 to go as they are 17, and the Bears are at 11. Prawl now with the roll shot given to the Pioneers. Lewis, the attack. Miscommunication there between Markland and Funk. Struggling to see Funk's number there at first. I didn't know who she was. A little miscommunication there. They didn't know who was going to get the ball. Bourne with the serve. Passed up by Markland. Mazer sets to Weiss. Bourne. Murphy to Schluger. Off the block, out of bounds. Point Pioneers. Score is increasing now, 19-11. Seems like Bourne's been serving for consecutive 5 or 6 serves. I'm not exactly sure how many, but that's just what it feels like. Bourne, actually a really hard serve that time. Mazer, Murphy right side to Weiss, tipped. Markland, right side. Murphy right side, or outside to Schluger. Once again out of bounds, that'll be another point for the Pioneers. Schluger doing a good job of recognizing no open space, as the Bears have had quite successful blocks thus far. And certain occasions blocking 4 or 5 in a row in the same rally. Schluger recognizes that and sees that. Gets a little around the volleyball and wipes it to earn the point. Bourne there with another serve that just grazes over the net and lands right in front of the Bears. Now number 18, Aaron Carmody, coming in the game for Mariah Lewis. As you can see and hear everybody in the crowd cheering. Murphy communicating with Carmody. Middle attack by Carmody, tipped. And number 23, Jacqueline Denny, tips the ball just over Aaron's hands. It was a pretty deep tip, and Mazer dives, but unfortunately nothing they could do there, as that tip was fairly well disguised, to be honest. Shannon Murphy outside to Schluger, and that ball will be ruled off the hands of the block according to the line judge on the Pioneer side. Aaron Carmody coming into the game as Larissa Welch coming into the game. The score is 22-12 for the Pioneers. Melissa Mazer gets ready to serve. Middle attack by the Bears. Murphy doing a good job of spreading out her whole body and getting that ball up. Keeping the ball alive. Cross-court attack by Prahl. Schluger hitting the ball literally through the 2 blockers as it ricochets between them. Murphy now right side to Weiss. And that ball will be hit away for another point for your Tusculum Pioneers. Score is 23-12. Only 2 points remaining. Not exactly sure how many timeouts are remaining for each team. But if I were Lenoir-Rhyne, I think I would call a timeout right now just to establish some time break and just to reevaluate, just slow down, regroup, change the momentum a little bit. Prahl with the attack, rolls off the net. Schluger roll shot. Outside attack to Prahl once again, blocked by Weiss, goes out of bounds, however. That'll be a point for the Bears. A couple substitutions here. Number 7 coming in the game, Bailey Cloninger. She's actually serving right now. And Layla Horton is in the front row in the 4th position on the court, but a right side attacker. Murphy outside to Schluger. Extremely hard attack. Off the hands of the block, but was going in regardless. Another point for the Pioneers, and they'll take the score 24-13. Dempster with the serve. Outside attack by Prahl, blocked by both Welch and Murphy. Once again, just to the right of the block that time. Murphy to Welch, passed up by Markland, back over for the Pioneers. Murphy outside to Schluger, off the block, passed up by Dempster. Bourne, Schluger roll shot, given Markland, passed it up. Middle set to Steele. Mazer, now Murphy outside to Schluger, tipped. No one there. Redmond gets there in time, but puts the ball into the net, forcing the rest of her team to cluster, and unfortunately they can't get the ball up, and the Pioneers will take the third set victory in this best-of-5 match. And the Pioneers will take the sweep over Lenoir-Rhyne tonight. We thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to welcome you to our football game tomorrow. Starts at 2:30 as kickoff, and the tailgate starts at 12:30. So if you're in the area, stop by. It'll be a great day for some sports. Also a basketball scrimmage going on tomorrow as well here in Pioneer Arena. We thank you for joining. Wish you have a great night. Thank you.